Among the more adventurous segment of the biohacking community, stacking multiple ND plus precursors simultaneously has become fashionable. Niacin plus NR plus NMen, the logic being that if one is good, three must be better. This approach sounds sophisticated. It costs a substantial amount of money, and it may be one of the more reliably expensive ways to achieve redundancy without benefit in the supplement space. The core problem with precursor stacking is that all three major ND plus supplements, niacin, NR, and NMen, ultimately converge on the same downstream pathway. They may enter at different points in NAD plus biosynthesis, but they're feeding the same pool. When you're already supplementing niacin at doses that saturate the price handler pathway, adding NR and NMen is not introducing new capacity. It's adding more inputs to a system that may already be running at or near maximum throughput. The result is additional cost without additional output and potentially increased nicotinamide accumulation with the sirtuin-inhibiting consequences discussed earlier. There are theoretically defensible scenarios for combination use. If NR and NMen do preferentially distribute to certain tissue compartments, muscle, brain, while niacin preferentially hits liver, then combining them targets different tissues simultaneously. But this tissue selectivity claim, while mechanistically plausible, is poorly validated in humans. The evidence is mostly animal-based and indirect. Building an expensive stacking protocol on this foundation requires a level of confidence in theoretical pharmacology that the empirical evidence doesn't yet support. A more defensible approach is Occam's razor applied to supplementation. Start with the simplest effective intervention and don't add complexity until you have evidence of insufficiency. 3 months on niacin alone, tracking objective metrics, gives you a baseline. 3 months on NR or NMen alone with the same metrics gives you a comparison. Only after demonstrating that neither alone achieves your goals does combination use earn its cost justification. Sequential testing is more expensive in time and more demanding in discipline than simply stacking from the start, but it actually generates actionable information, which is what self-optimization is supposed to be. The warning about sequential dosing strategies like niacin in the morning, NR at night, is that the theoretical rationale is even less developed than the stacking argument. This framing implies that different precursors maintain NAD plus levels at different time scales in ways that are complementary and non-redundant. This hasn't been demonstrated in human subjects. It's speculative pharmacology dressed as a protocol.